Alright, so if you're watching this video, we're assuming the following things. You already know who Kelis is, so you already know that she's a multi-platinum international pop star with an eclectic sound, unique voice, who was once musically linked to the Neptunes. You probably already know she was married to the rapper Nas, had a child, and then a bitter and public divorce with lots of allegations hurled between them both. This video isn't about any of that. There are plenty of videos on YouTube about her record label problems and marital drama, but we're not here to focus on Kelis' trauma. We're here to shine light on how she took all that negative energy and reinvented herself as Chef Kelis. Before we get on with the show, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel, smash the like, and click to get notified. These little clicks do a lot in allowing us to keep making content like this for you. After fighting to get off her music label for 4 years due to honestly just having a horrible record deal that she signed when she was 18, Kelis was finally released from her contract in 2008. Sitting alone in her kitchen one magical Friday, after seeing a fateful commercial, she phoned up Le Cordon Bleu, who told her their next course was starting the upcoming Monday, and she signed up immediately. Kelis says, "I saw a commercial for culinary school and enrolled at Le Cordon Bleu. I had some doubts, but I knew once the instructor supported my creative vision, I realized it was one of the best things I would ever do." So while Milkshake was still in heavy rotation around the world and Kelis was still actively performing, she was also balancing studying at the famed Culinary Institute. Kelis said, "Cooking school revolutionized everything in my life. I had spent 4 years tied to a label I hated, which was like an arranged marriage. I felt exhausted, underappreciated, and really disrespected, and it sucked. And then all of a sudden, I realized I could walk away from music and my life won't shatter." Given the choice after graduating from Le Cordon Bleu, Kelis would have thrown herself into the world of food. However, in 2009, when pregnant with her first child, she divorced her then husband, the rapper Nas. Looking back at the time, Kelis remarked, "Everything turned upside down. I didn't know how to support myself through food yet, so I had to go back to what I knew, which was music. And it was kind of heartbreaking. I couldn't even bear to watch any cooking shows." The singer's longing to return to cooking was even reflected in the track listing of her 2014 album Food, which features songs such as Breakfast, Jerk Ribs, Cobbler, and Biscuits and Gravy. Kelis graduated from the famed culinary school as a trained saucier and went on to launch a sauce line initially called Feast in 2013. It debuted for retail under the Bounty and Full insignia in 2015. In between, she hosted her own cooking show and wrote My Life on a Plate. Kelis said that she never feared making the leap into the food industry. She said, "Deciding to explore an additional interest in food was never something I was scared of. Most of the travels I was doing at the time was based around my interest in learning about food and cultures in various parts of the world. It was definitely an interesting experience attending school as an adult, since it has a nostalgia from when you were a child, which is probably one of the most rewarding experiences of my life," said the saucier. Born to African-American jazz musician Kenneth Rogers and Chinese-Puerto Rican fashion designer Evelise Rogers, Kelis said that her parents and cultural upbringing influenced both her musical career and her foray into food. She said, "Both of my parents inspired me to become who I am today. In many ways, I still live in both spaces. My mom was in catering, so I was always in the kitchen from a young age, which is where I learned about the meticulous ways of expressing yourself and art with food. For me, food, like music, was always a big part of my upbringing. Being from New York, where some of the best chefs and restaurants are, and having traveled the world as an artist, I was able to experience cooking on a global scale." In July 2016, Kelis opened up a pop-up restaurant in London, collaborating with the cooking duo Le Boon. On speaking about her food at the time, she said, "I cook like my character. It's loud and colorful and really in your face, but keeping things super balanced. Bringing together flavors I experience from all over the world is what I think makes me stand out as a chef." Having spent 20 years in music, Kelis admitted that she gets a very different kind of joy when cooking for people than from singing for them. She says, "It is totally different. I really do feel that music is a very selfish thing. I've always made music very specifically for myself. The fact that it has been a success for me is really God-given because I could not care less what people like." She also adds that there's also something aggressive about music. It attacks your ears even when you don't want to listen, whereas food is a total opposite. Food is a choice, and I think because of that, there's a certain level of respect that has to go into it. In 2019, Kelis became co-owner of Bounty Farm in Quindio, Colombia. The sustainable farm grows coffee, tomatoes, and other produce, and is expected to open to the public sometime in 2021. Kelis says, "My goal with the farm is to regain control of how we eat and reconnect ourselves with the food that we love." But due to objections from Nas about the possible relocation of their shared child to Colombia, she opted for a beautiful, quiet farm life outside of Los Angeles. For now. Her Instagram is filled with images that show she's found how to carve out the life she wants, despite the obstacles that come her way. She's happy. Kelis speaks on her California farm by saying, "We have a lot of space, it's a farm, but we've eliminated the roughing it elements. It's funny because we've been looking for farmland for so long. I was like, okay, I'm going to sell my house. I had my house in LA. We were very comfortable. When we first got out here, I had a moment of sheer panic. Oh my God, what have I done? Did I just play myself? Is this crazy? I definitely had a moment of abort mission, let's go back." But today, Kelis is very happy with her decision and very happy with her farm-to-table life. Recently, she's collaborated with electronica duo Disclosure for a new song called Watch Your Step, and it definitely makes you miss the dance floor while in quarantine. We at Main Point Media wish Kelis all the best in whatever she endeavors.